Hi guys, welcome to Equizzes. Myself Murugan, and I appreciate your interest in learning stock trading and analysis. Okay, this video will tell you how do we select stock for positional trading, because generally as a trader we tend to have you know a limited amount of time to pick stock, especially positional trader. Like I assume like you are someone who are a part-time trader, do not have too much time to study the stock, but you're ready to spend at least half an hour to 1 hour on a daily basis. But with a limited time, how do I focus the stock which actually has some significant momentum? So how do I pick that stock? How do I ensure that I don't miss any trading opportunities? So for that we have taken some sort of an efforts, and that particular informations are available in our website on a daily basis, gets updated probably by 5:30 to 6 in the evening. So by 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock as per the Indian Standard Time, you can start doing analysis and you can note down the interesting stocks. Then you can start proceed with respect to your positional trading. Let me show you how we actually make it. And as we practice, we always advise our clients to trade with knowledge and discipline. Guys, I once again request you people to log into this website called www.eqsis.com. So let me do what exactly here. Okay, this is a place where you find that interesting information. Okay, we have created a series of videos which helps traders to pick stock, but each and every video focus on a different subject. So this particular video will help you how to pick stocks based on their equity momentum, so equity market activity. So let's focus. We have, I think you people can see a lot of interesting menus here, and likewise you have something called analysis. There you can find a lot of interesting data tables. Okay, let me take you through the first one, which is called as a stock screener. So we literally believe this can help us to figure out the stock which actually has some interesting movement. Let me tell you how to read this table now. Okay, if I open this particular table, it takes me through this screen. Okay, and just allows some time to get it loaded properly. And after it gets loaded, scroll down. I think now we are actually in the place where it gives you a lot of information. Look at this, we have a various parameters by which you can filter out these stocks. Okay, once again I tell you, this is not gonna filter out a stock from all 1,000. Probably it's gonna filter out from a top 50 to 100 stock. Okay, now as a trader I would like to limit myself with top traded company, but I just wanted to know what exactly happened in today's market. I think if you do this activity, you get some good idea about what exactly happened in today's market. Okay, how do I get it? Look at this here. We have a various parameters to filter. I first I recommend you people to first go through these sort of stocks. By default, it is populating this table and it will actually sort based on their volume activity. Okay, what exactly this particular screen tells me is very simple today. On 11th July 2016, ensure that every time you do this activity, ensure that the dates are updated properly, because sometime due to cache it may not be properly updated. Ensure that you delete your cookies, or probably sometime we may take a time to update it, but ensure that the date are correct before you do analysis here. Okay, now 11th July 2016, IndusInd Bank, this comes under the first preference based on the volume parameter, because this is displayed here because there are a lot of companies traded today, but which particular company had a better volume when compared to its previous range. Say, look at this now. I just on one click here, it is going to open a nice charting platform for me to practice. I think this is the same charting platform which is widely used in our industry now. It's powered by TradingView. I think look at this now. I could see, look at the volume side here. I hope you all must be having an idea about what exactly volume means to us as a technical analyst. Volume matters a lot. It's not just a price always. Look at this now. By default, this volume is quite high when compared to this reason. So, and I could see something, the price opened at very high level and it closed lower and it formed a kind of a gap and filled in the same day. It shows it is not a clear breakout. Still there is a lot of resistance here. See, there are 50 companies, say 100 companies. How do I straight away come to this IndusInd Bank? probably because of this screener, and all I did is just open the screen, and this in turn which actually filtered you the stock based on volume. Likewise, we have some more interesting stock, PNB, BPCL. If you ask me what exactly this 130 and 86, it is nothing but the 130% above average volume witnessed when it comes to IndusInd Bank. So if you look at these sort of stocks, I think you can filter out or sort the column if you double click on that particular the heading. If I click once again, it is going to sort like this. If I click once again, it sort like this. Yesterday, Idea witnessed a below average volume. For me, this is least important for me. I'm interested in something which has above average volume, which is IndusInd Bank, PNB, BPCL. Okay, so I think you can, instead of following all 50 company, I think you can follow these 2, 3, 4 companies. I think interestingly, there is something called plus sign here. Guys, if you read here, if you just click this, okay, I think you could see something and interesting information about this. This stock closed within previous day range, and it witnessed a negative reversal from high. It witnessed a significant reversal on the negative side, and there is no gap analysis witnessed, there is no specific candlestick pattern witnessed, and it is not a movers list, but this stock is actually one of the top loser. And this stock has also witnessed a top delivery counter. It is one of the top delivery counter stocks. It seems a lot of people have not just sold a stock from a daily basis, there is some delivery selling has taken place. And today, among top 50 company, this particular stock is top traded as well. So with lot of trading volume, it witnessed a top loser, probably because of selling pressure. Okay, and this stock is also one of the stock which has witnessed a fall from the high, and it is witnessing a negative close for the second day probably. Okay, today volume is 131% more than the average volume. I think likewise you get the detailed description for each and every company, and if there is anything you can make use of it. Look at this. When it comes to PNB Bank, there is something called breakout gap. Okay, there is something called breakout gap. So browse the internet, find out what exactly breakout gap is all about it. If you want to learn any concept, you can get back to us. E-quizzes also, you can learn through us also. But interestingly, Murugan, I just wanted to know if there is any gap witnessed yesterday. So just figure out by clicking here. I think PNB witnessed a breakout gap. There's only one company I get it when it comes to breakout. I just want to gap up stocks. There is a difference between a normal gap up and a breakout gap, and a gap up can be even an area gap or a breakout gap or a runaway gap or exhaustion gap, but sometimes you get it something like a gap up, even if there is any exhaustion gap that is going to be listed here. So on a daily basis, if you track this one page, you can easily figure out the stocks which are in action. Look at this. Among gap up, the power grid is witnessed a gap, and it is with good volume also. Let me open up this stock. And I just allowed it this. Look at this. The stock has witnessed a gap. This is not quantified as a breakout gap, just a normal gap. I think you guys can see this gap here. I'll just zoom this for you people for a while. Okay, and it opened and it went all the way to 172 and closed at the lower level. Still, it managed to keep the gap. So it witnessed at the gap. So see, this table on standalone basis, it is not going to complete the analysis, but it will help you where to focus. So you can figure out some stocks from here, and then you can proceed your analysis here. Because sometime a volume is generally must for giving a breakout. So sometime this 4 or 5 are, may have a trading opportunity which you will not miss out. So generally this will help us just like in a calculator, as if like a mathematician, but a mathematician should understand how to calculate it by them ourselves. So look at this. If I watch this, then I should be in the position to do other analysis. I think you can compare stocks with any of the company like Nifty. If I want to compare this with Nifty index, yes, I can do it. Or if you want to do any anything with respect to applications like RSI, so still you can do it, relative strength index. So you guys can do. This is a pretty stable. We always appreciate the efforts by the TradingView also here. It's a good platform, has been supported. And now look at this. Likewise, if you want to pick any stock which formed a star candlesticks pattern, look at this. We get a good star from a lot of companies, but surprisingly there is Sun Pharma which is with good volume star, 65% more than the average volume. So let me open what exactly this particular stock gives me. Let me close the other unnecessary charting platforms. Okay, it's very clearly star. To identify the star, if you don't have such a screener, you have to spend almost throughout 2 to 3 hours for you to find out, to scan all 100 company. But now I can actually spend 10 to 15 minutes to study about this company. Look at this, how I study. There is a gap here, which seems to be an area gap, but looks like a very good volume, maybe a breakout gap, maybe out of a lot of supply. But now once again, when a price travels to that particular range, witnessing a gap, not a gap, probably a star, along with once again a good volume, indicates me there could be a next supply zone here. So by any chance, if a price goes below 780, it's giving me a good opportunity to sell the stock, keeping the stop loss at 800, and I can expect the price to travel something around 750. So this is how we actually create a good trades. But to pick the stock, this table can help you to filter out. Likewise, I think, see, I'll do a multiple figure out. Like, I just wanted to know, is there is any top gainer falls in a top delivery as well? Yes, there is one stock gained significant and it's also traded also. Okay, I think Tata Motor is quite positive for me because it is traded by a lot of people, taken delivery by a lot of people, and it is also falls under a top gainer list. Let me go and study about this company. Yes, this looks interesting because look at this now. The stock is actually witnessing a good progress from Feb and witnessed a couple of good gap, and even there is a good gap but managed to bounce back. But yesterday, yes, it witnessed from yesterday's perspective, it is one of the top traded stock. But if you look at the volume, it is not great when compared to the recent average. But it is one of the good volume, but it's not a great volume. So the further study have to be done by looking into charts. But straight away you figure out this company because you just did play with this act. I think likewise, I don't want a top gainer. I want to know the top loser along with good traded stocks. Is IndusInd Bank. Again, IndusInd Bank is actually witnessing a supply zone. How do I say that? Because it is a top loser. Look at this. It is a top loser, and it is losing its ground not with few people, lot of people top traded, and it is also a delivered stock. It is not people sold in the morning and purchased it back in the evening. A lot of people sold and they never bought it back. They don't like the stock. It's more like moving out of the company. So a lot of buyers may think, okay, let me look at the charts. Let's take some decision. Look at this. The price when it opened at 1140 level, maybe the buyers were not happy to hold the stock. The existing bulls were not happy to hold the stock. They would have sold the stock and moved out of it. And significant amount of supply. So I'm not expecting any immediate bullish run when it comes to this IndusInd Bank. This is what I concluded when I take decisions here. So what I'm trying to say is this probably, there's a lot of interesting features available when it comes to this, and you can also browse like a lot of other things. If you understand it better by yourself, you can do it. There are a lot of interesting, especially the derivative segments, index derivatives, stock derivatives, and interesting things are there. If you don't understand it, probably you can check out our other parts of the video to see how to make use of it. I once again, advise you people to trade always with enough knowledge and discipline. And I hope this video will help you to figure out stocks for a daily basis. And we appreciate if you find this program or this video useful, kindly share this in your portal. And if you have any doubts about anything, okay, kindly add your comments in the below comments box so that it helps us to respond back. And if you have any doubt with respect to how to select a stock from an equity segment, do write us. I hope if you want to contact us, visit our website or contact us. You can call us through a phone or you can send us an email also. Thanks for following us. Thank you. Happy trading.